I can't believe you have such a barbaric way of thinking.
You know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna be no friends with no bigot.
At least my views don't put weapons in the hands of children.
When you're ready to put your big boy pants on and be a real adult, then give me a call. Then we'll have this conversation.
Now I know what you're thinking. What argument can be so toxic that it would straight up destroy a friendship? Well, Stephen thought that the fork was a better utensil for dining. So I decided, what better way to prove him wrong than to make everyone else think that he is wrong? My first thought was to just ask people for their opinion. But given how it is the modern age and people are just sucked into their cell phones, I gotta find a way to get their attention. The plan? I have decided to make an online forum disguised as a sociological experiment to make them more willing to fill it out. Then to get in front of the most people as possible, I have created a very engaging poster along with an online ad campaign. I put the posters down and I put over $500 in ad space on both Facebook and Instagram, and when the data was compiled, people considered fork to be the better option. Looking at the data, I think there's a possibility of rogue data. A surprising amount of people during the interview segment considered their hands to be the better option, of them eating their food like a dog. We need to find a way for people to express their opinion without knowing what this is about. I have figured out how to know what people really want in private. The plan? I will be using Craigslist, known for anonymous business dealings. I have created 2 posts to help gauge what people like more. One offers a box of spoons, and the other a box of forks. Then to offer them complete anonymity, I have put the meat location in the middle of the woods. Also, to prevent my identity from being leaked to the public, I am wearing a mask for a certain occasion. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of traffic on my ad space, even with my immaculate photography skills. Looks like we need to find a way to get more up and close and personal with them. So I was pretty beat up from the last experiment. I fell down a rabbit hole of TikToks where guys would go on the college campuses and offer people rewards for doing silly things. So I decided that's what we'll do. We'll offer students passing by $1 for if they can give me a fork or a spoon.
I don't know, I use spoons more often.
Why'd you get a fork for in exchange for $1?
Well, I like sharp things, and they're more versatile.
I think spoons may be the superior utensil over forks because you can eat soup with them.
Fork, you can do anything with a fork.
Yeah, spoons, they're just the best silverware. Like, you can't eat soup with a fork. Like, you're not going to drink out the bowl, so you need a spoon. Like, forks are really a nuisance, so that's why I picked the spoon.
Got a fork.
Congratulations, you were the only one to put in a shiny fork. You get nothing for this.
I thought I'd get $1.
Well, you get that, but you don't get anything extra.
A fork?
I brought a spoon.
Why'd you pick a fork?
First thing I saw.
Prefer forks or spoons?
What do I prefer, forks or spoons?
Yes.
Well, I actually eat everything with my hands. I'm like primal, like Liver King. I go on successfully simulated hunt at the gym. I come back, grab the chicken breasts with my bare hands and eat them. But for the sake of the video, we'll say spoons.
I picked a fork.
Why'd you pick a spoon?
I was eating ice cream and the other was on the floor, so...
I am personally in the belief that spoons should be the ultimate thing because I'm not one for toddlers being trained with blunt, sharp objects. What do you have to say to that opinion?
Well, I've never even thought of it that way.
Now, why'd you pick a spoon?
Well, I mean, I don't really use it. My friend just had one because I eat with my feet, but yeah, if I have mac and cheese, I use a spoon.
The spoon is going in because who doesn't love to scoop?
I picked fork.
Now, out of each of you, which one did you guys pick?
I picked a fork. I picked both.
Spoon.
Why'd you pick a fork?
Because he said he needed a fork for $1, and I need to do laundry.
Why'd you pick a fork?
It was the closest thing in South.
A spoon.
A spoon.
Why'd you pick a fork?
I don't know. My boyfriend right there, Steven, just told me.
Why'd you both pick forks?
Because, like, they're easy, I guess, and, like, also you could, like, pick up a lot of food with them.
Why'd you pick what you picked?
She was taking forks, so
Why did you pick a fork?
It was closer than the spoons in the dining hall.
Now, what did you just throw in?
A spoon,
Why'd you pick a spoon?
because I can put it on my nose.
because forks are superior.
A fork.
I picked a spoon.
I just put in a plastic spoon.
Probably a fork because you can eat more with it.
I would choose a spoon because you can eat more with it. Like cereal, soup, you can't eat that with a fork.
Yeah, but it's just like more convenient and like
No,
satisfying to eat
I
with a
would
fork.
strongly disagree.
Fork.
Fork. Fork.
I would have to say spoon.
A fork,
Why'd you pick a fork?
because they're better than spoons.
No, I don't know. Forks are just better.
Probably fork.
Why'd you put in forks?
It's the first thing I saw up in South.
Everyone else by me grabbed a fork, so I grabbed a fork.
Did you just put a fork into that bag?
I actually did just put a fork into that bag.
The results to this experiment were close, but I think we need to delve more into the human instinct. We need someone who goes entirely on instinct with very little knowledge. But where do we find someone like that? I have decided that individuals with the most human instinct are children. But where do I find one? The plan? I will use what I learned the first time around on Craigslist and create a post that will find me a child to participate in the experiment. I will have them in between their parents. One has a spoon, one has a fork, and their human instinct will tell us which is best. I think that's them now. Come on.
You the guy that want to experiment?
So it was harder than we anticipated to actually find a child that will help us for the project. But fortunately for us, we found one. All that's left to do is run the experiment. And that has been the result we needed. It looks like human instinct proves that the spoon is the better utensil. And looks like we found the experiment that helps prove Steve wrong. Steve, if you're watching this, I'll be waiting for my apology. This has been Seb Talks for You.